Hello guys, I hope you all are doing good. I am Vaishali Kikan and we are discussing the oxidation process. Today in this process, we are going to discuss about the pre-oxidation cleaning. I have already talked about the cleaning process. So if you have still not watched that video, you can watch that video, or I will be mentioning all of the things again in this video. So I hope this video is going to be very beneficial for you. So first of all, why we are doing the pre-oxidation cleaning? Okay, if I don't do the pre-oxidation cleaning, there will be a very improperly grown silicon dioxide on the silicon surface. So you can see on the screen, this is how my silicon dioxide layer will be growing on uncleaned surface. Okay, so if first of all I have to clean this surface, and for that I will be using the various cleaning techniques. So how we can do the pre-oxidation cleaning of the wafer? So we have to remove the particulate matters, we have to remove the organic residues, inorganic residues, native oxide layers. So we have to remove all of them. So if I ask you how do you clean all of the things, you will be saying water. So can I clean my substrate with the water, the tap water? No, I will be damaging it. Okay, so I cannot clean my wafer with the water. Okay. So first of all, I will be talking about the RCA cleaning technique that we can use for the pre-oxidation cleaning. It was developed by Kern and Putinen in 1960 at RCA. So most commonly used technique in IC fabrication labs is RCA cleaning technique. So we have various steps over here. In the first step, we are using the NH4OH and H2O2, which is hydrogen peroxide, and H2O in the ratio 1:1:5 to 1:2:7 ratio at 70 to 80 degrees Celsius to remove all of the organic contaminants which are present on the surface. In the step 2, I will be using the HCl again with the hydrogen peroxide and H2O in the ratio 1:1:6 to 1:2:8 at 70 to 80 degrees Celsius to remove all of the inorganic contaminants. So whenever I am using water, I have to use the deionized water. Okay, so I will be doing the deionized water rinse so that all of these inorganic and organic particles will now go away, and we will be using the water, deionized water rinse for this purpose. So then we can use the hydrofluoric dip or HF vapors to etch away or to remove the native oxide. We can have the native oxide. I hope you remember what was the native oxide. The native oxide was the thin layer of oxide layer which can be formed with the oxygen atoms from the surrounding air. We know in the air we have large amount of oxygen atoms that can go and react with the bare silicon substrate, and that can form the thin layer of SiO2. So we have to use HF, hydrofluoric acid, to remove this SiO2 layer. Whenever we have to remove the SiO2 layer, we will be using the hydrofluoric acid. So then we have to remove the particulate matter. For the particulate matter removal, we will be using the high purity deionized water. Then we can rinse it with the H2SO4 and H2O2. Okay, then we can again rinse it with deionized water. So then we can use the high pressure scrub, or we can immerse it in the heated drunk tank, followed by again the rinse of the deionized water. So we have used water. Now our substrate is wet. We cannot do any further process on a wet substrate. So we will be drying it. For the drying process, we will be using the spin drying. Like in the washing machine, we have the dryer where we spin the cloth and the water is moving out and the clothes are drying. Similarly, in the similar manner, we will be spinning the wafers and the water will move out and it will be drying the wafer. Or we can do the dry bake. We can supply the heat around 100 to 125 degrees Celsius and it will be drying. So now coming to the organic removal. So we can use the strong oxidants here for the removal of organics. We can use H2SO4 with hydrogen peroxide, or we can use NH3OH with hydrogen peroxide. Then again deionized water rinse. Then high pressure scrub or immersion in the heat dunk tank, again followed by the rinse with the deionized water. Then for again drying it, we will be using the spin dry or dry bake around 100 and 125 degrees Celsius. So for inorganic removal, we will be using the HCl, H2O, immersion in the dung tank followed by the rinse, spin dry, dry bake. So all of the processes are same. You have to see what are the contaminants which are present. Actually, we will be performing all of the three, and then we will be again and again drying our wafer so that we can move towards the next processes. So now coming to the native oxide removal, I have already told you, we have already removed all of the organic impurities, inorganic impurities, particulate matters. Now what is left? The native oxide. So we can use HF and H2O. Again, we will be immersing it in the dung tank or the single vapor etcher followed by the rinse, spin dry and dry bake. So again 100 to 125 degrees Celsius for dry bake. Now these are the references. So this is the process that we will be doing before the oxidation process. So if you have any other query, you can either reach out to these books, these are amazing books, or you can reach out to me. You can put your doubt in the comment, or you can follow me in any other social media site, and there I will be trying to resolve your doubt as soon as possible. And I hope you like this session. If you like it, please push the like button, subscribe to the channel and also share it with your friends. Thank you so much.